quick review presents the 5 best virtual reality headset. Let's get started with the list. Starting of our list at number 5. Samsung HMD Odyssey Plus. Windows Mixed Reality combines virtual reality, VR, and augmented reality, Arkansas, into one headset, though the vast majority of its applications are in VR. The best of the mixed reality headsets, which also includes devices like the Microsoft HoloLens, is definitely the Samsung HMD Odyssey Plus, however. The Samsung HMD Odyssey Plus features dual AMOLED displays, which produce vibrant colors. Additionally, it boasts a combined resolution of 2880 x 1600 110-degree field of view and refresh rate of up to 90 Hz, which is a lower Hz refresh rate than other wired headsets. Like the Rift S and Cosmos, it utilizes sensor-free, inside-out tracking and must be powered by a PC. It's compatible with the vast majority of Steam games, in addition to Microsoft's own Windows Mixed Reality software. At number 4. HTC Vive Cosmos. The Vive Cosmos is HTC's answer to Oculus's line of VR headsets. Like the Quest and Rift S, it utilizes inside-out tracking, which means no sensors are necessary. However, it does feature greater specs than the Rift S, boasting a 2880 x 1700 resolution and 90 Hz refresh rate. For reference, the Rift S features a 2560 x 1440 resolution and 80 Hz refresh rate. Another thing the Vive Cosmos has on the Rift S is its modular capability. Its front faceplate can be removed and replaced with different mods, though there is only one announced at this time. The external tracking faceplate, which lets you use the Vive's controllers and base stations with your Cosmos. And like the Vive Pro, the Cosmos can also make use of HTC's wireless adapter. One of the greatest conveniences with this Vive VR device is the ability to flip the head-mounted display upward, freeing your view for the real world. VR can be an isolating experience, so being able to easily flip it up when your smartphone starts ringing or someone knocks on your door is a feature that's easy to appreciate. At number 3. HTC Vive Pro. The successor to the original HTC Vive, the HTC Vive Pro is another high-end VR headset, and while the Valve Index features a higher refresh rate and wider field of view, the Vive Pro boasts something no other headset does: an AMOLED display. This means you'll see brighter colors and better contrast than the Valve Index. The Vive Pro is more expensive than the Valve Index, so you'll need to decide if that outweighs the Index's higher refresh rate and 130 degrees field of view. One thing that's great about the Vive Pro is that the Index's unique hand controllers will work with it and the original Vive, so you don't have to drop the cash to upgrade to the full Index kit. You can simply spend $279 to get the Index controllers. And if you want to go wire-free, HTC does feature a capable wireless adapter, though it is sold separately for $300. Every purchase of a new HTC Vive series headset comes with a 6-month subscription to VivePort Infinity, which is a service that gives users access to a library of VR games and apps. Being able to test a bunch of different VR headset experiences before making any purchases is extremely valuable, especially if you're new to the technology. At number 2. Oculus Rift S. The Oculus Rift S is the company's PC-powered headset, which means it can't be used wirelessly like the Quest. However, you still don't need to worry about sensors. Oculus has gone all in on inside-out tracking, so all of its headsets are free to roam any space that has enough room or that the Rift S's cable is long enough to reach. The Rift S comes with its own touch controllers and has access to the Oculus Store's VR apps, in addition to any other compatible game or app from any storefront on PC. This includes the vast majority of Steam games. The resolution comes in at 2560 x 1440 with a refresh rate of 80 Hz. The big question is, why would you go with the Rift S if the Quest can connect to a PC, do everything the Rift S can, and also live as a standalone headset? Well, The main reason is that the Quest's Oculus Link is still in beta and, while impressive, is not always the most stable experience, especially if you step outside of the Oculus ecosystem of apps. If you want a perfectly stable PC VR experience right now and access to the Oculus Store's apps, then the Oculus Rift S is one of the best VR systems you can get. At number 1. Oculus Quest. While other mobile headsets tried and failed to be the all-in-one immersive experience, the Oculus Quest is a standalone VR headset that has everything you need for a great VR experience tucked inside the device itself. You don't need to connect it to a PC or insert a smartphone into it. You don't need to set up any sensors either, as it utilizes 4 cameras on the front of the headset for inside-out tracking. All you need to do is put on the headset, draw yourself a safe playing area with the included touch controllers, and start your VR gaming experience. You can also manage your apps and browse the store on iOS or Android phones, which makes it even more portable. As for specs, the Oculus Quest's combined OLED display resolution comes in at 2880x1600 with a refresh rate of 72 Hz and 2 to 3 hours of battery. The Quest store includes some of VR's best games and latest releases, and playing them wirelessly feels liberating. In a lot of ways, the Quest is what moving around in a virtual space should be. Being able to turn around and move through your playing space without worrying where your headset's cable is makes the experience much more immersive. The downside, of course, is that the Quest specs aren't as powerful as your typical VR-ready high-end gaming PC, which means it can't play some of the most demanding VR games and content on its own. Oculus is working on hand tracking to round out the already impressive motion controls of the touch controllers, which currently only works in select VR apps and the Quest's main menu. It's in beta and can be a little finicky when selecting menu options, but being able to see and use your real hands in VR feels futuristic and immersive in the best ways.